Now on 18 Eyewitness News.
The case against a Farmington man accused of threatening to blow up a Walmart store continues. Also, the Piedmont Rotary Club radio auction starts on Monday. And the Clearwater School District will soon have 2 new ways to keep parents better informed. All of these stories are coming up.
Sunshine on your Friday, but some changes are on the way for the weekend. I'll let you know coming up in your Storm Tracker weather forecast.
Coverage you can count on. This is 18 Eyewitness News.
Hello, everybody, and thanks for joining us. I'm Fred Dawkins, and these are the top stories that we're working on for you at this hour. A Farmington man will be in a Perry County courtroom later this month on a charge of making a terroristic threat. 24-year-old Eric Householder is accused of making a bomb threat against the Perryville Walmart. Now, according to court documents, police believe that Householder drew a picture of an exploding bomb, a remote control device, and the time 4:30 on a wall of the store's men's room on October 16th. Police used surveillance video to identify Householder, although he has denied making the drawing. Householder, who is free on bond, has a hearing November 13th before Judge Michael Buterick. The charge carries a maximum sentence of up to 7 years in prison and a $5,000 fine. Well, now Dustin Kopp is here in the Storm Tracker Forecast Center with a look at our weekend forecast. Dustin, how's it look?
Good evening, Fred. Good evening, everybody. Looking at current conditions throughout southeast Missouri, we're currently in the upper 50s to lower 60s. Not too bad out there. 58 right now in Festus, 58 in St. Genevieve, Fredericktown 59, 59 in Cape Girardeau, and 60 right now in Poplar Bluff. Going through the evening hours, partly cloudy sky, 54 degrees at 7 p.m., 50 degrees by 9, and by midnight, we'll see a temperature around 46. I'll give you more details on your Friday forecast, plus your weekend forecast. All those details coming up later in your Storm Tracker weather forecast.
The Piedmont Rotary Club's annual radio auction starts Monday evening. Club President Doug Kulik says virtually all of the money raised goes right back into the community.
Our compensation is really the idea of the friendships and the willingness of people to share what they have with others. And like I said, of course, the people calling in and buying those items and getting the money set that we can then take that money and give back to the community.
And Kulik tells 18 Eyewitness News it's fun when neighbors get into a little bit of a bidding war.
It's the whole idea of the program, and it gets really interesting, especially when they know each other, and it becomes kind of a little bit of a war between people, but it's a lot of fun, and it benefits the community.
The Piedmont Rotary Club's radio auction is set for next Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday from 6 until 9 in the evening on our sister station, Kickin' Country 105. The Clearwater School District will soon have 2 new ways to keep parents better informed. Superintendent Blaine Keel tells 18 Eyewitness News that the new portals are being set up through the district's information system.
Parents will be able to get on what's called the parent portal. They'll be able to check grades, attendance, those kind of things. That'll start after the end or during the second quarter sometime.
Keel says the second program will start during their second quarter as well. It's called School Reach.
Where if we have an emergency situation or we need to shut down early or anything, we'll be able to send out texts, emails, phone calls to parents, those kind of things. So I'd like parents to be ready for those types of things and help us get the information together so that those kind of incidents go smoothly, when we have to use them.
Keel says the district will continue to pass along closing and cancellation information through the Dawkins radio and television stations. School Reach will just be another way to get that information out. The Lesterville schools make sure that students in need aren't going hungry when school isn't in session through their Backpack for Weekends program. Superintendent Earlene Fox told 18 Eyewitness News that parents decide whether their child will receive a backpack.
What we do is we send home a letter at the very beginning of the year and ask parents if they feel we could help them provide extra food in the home for, the weekends, because here we feed them breakfast and lunch.
Fox says the district will also contact parents if they notice that a child is acting hungry or tired.
And then every Friday we have a backpack that we fill up and we deliver it to the classroom where nobody knows which it is, and the kids stick it in their backpack and take it home to where other kids don't know they're getting the extras.
Fox says the program is funded by local organizations and private donors. And when we come back on 18 Eyewitness News, Piedmont firefighters do double duty, battling two blazes at the same time. That story coming up only on 18 Eyewitness News.
When you're looking for quality home furnishings, appliances, and more, look no further than Heartland Furniture and Appliance. Heartland Furniture and Appliance offers great low prices every day with 90 days same as cash. Easy payment plans to fit your budget, no hassle leasing, and great customer service. With 3 locations to better serve you, the customers, in Donovan, Dexter, and Piedmont on both sides of Main Street. Heartland Furniture and Appliance, call 223-3200.
Let it wash you this morning. Oh, the blood of Jesus shed for me. What a sacrifice that saved my life. With the blood, it is my victory.
You're watching 18 Eyewitness News with Fred Dawkins and Chief Weathercaster Dustin Kopp. 18 Eyewitness News continues.
Piedmont firefighters did double duty Wednesday afternoon, battling two blazes that were called in at almost the same time. Scott Hale of the Piedmont Fire Department tells 18 Eyewitness News the first call came in around 12:30.
And the other one, we had a fire on Main Street, about the 500 block of Main Street, a commercial structure. We had crews on that one, our engine company, and some mutual aid units from Greenville responded to that fire.
Hale says when crews first arrived, the commercial building was totally engulfed in flames. Then the call for the second fire came in about 3 minutes later.
We responded with the city Ladder 2 and with the Clearwater Fire Protection District 8101, and we had some mutual aid from Ellington Fire Department responding with 3 units as well.
The second fire was an unoccupied residence. As the temperature drops, the potential for house fires increases. Farmington Fire Chief Todd Meese tells 18 Eyewitness News that winter fires are often heating related.
People using extension cords to power portable heating units. I think just the general overall stress on the electrical system from a lot of electric heaters, things like that. And then also the fireplaces and having the house fires starting from flue fires.
You'll find a list of safety tips for using portable heaters when you click on this story at our website, KDKZ18.com. Chief Meese also adds when it comes to fires, families need to prepare for the worst.
You need to have a plan. You need to have an escape plan. You need to have that meeting point. So if you do have a fire in your home, everybody knows how to get out of the house quickly, safely, and then also everybody can meet. So when we arrive on the scene, the family will be accounted for, and we're not looking for somebody who's actually not missing.
Chief Meese reminds folks this weekend's time change is also a good opportunity to replace the batteries in their smoke detectors. Well, a tasty evening is on tap Friday at the 4th Annual Housewarming for Habitat. Executive Director of Habitat for Humanity of St. Francis County, Linda Dickerson, says the fundraiser brings together 10 area wineries, food from local caterers, and live music. And Linda says the money raised helps Habitat build homes for people who can't get a conventional loan.
So we still want them to be able to afford homes because they do have to repay us. A lot of times people think Habitat gives away homes. Wouldn't that be fantastic? That's not the case. They have to qualify based on income, credit, and repayment ability. So
Linda explains how they work with potential homeowners.
We actually go into their homes, which is unlike a conventional lender. We go into their homes and we interview them, go over their budget, and then we just talk with them about the things that can come up as a homeowner, because we're not their landlord, so there's no one to call when the water heater goes out. So we try to educate them and just get them in a home that they can afford to stay in, and it's a 20-year mortgage, so they do pay us for 20 years, but they pay absolutely no interest.
Find ticket information by clicking this story on our website, kdkz18.com. The 4th annual Housewarming for Habitat starts Friday evening at 6 at St. Paul Lutheran School in Farmington. The American Heart Association introduced the Walk to Tackle Heart Disease this September to increase awareness, participation, and donations. Well, mission accomplished. So far, $33,000 in donations have come from the event. It's estimated by holding the walk prior to the Farmington North County football game, donations increased by about $9,000. Barb Raring told 18 Eyewitness News she says what the funds will be used for.
Almost all the funds go to the American Heart Association, which is just a wonderful cause, because what we do is this money goes into research, it goes into medicines, treatments, prevention, and awareness.
And Barb says heart disease is the #1 killer in the United States and in St. Francis County.
We're going to see some changes this weekend, but before we get to the weekend, we have Friday to contend with. Sunshine, not too bad on Friday. I'll let you know coming up next in your Storm Tracker weather forecast.
When someone comes in a Mineral Area's emergency department, our focus is giving them the best treatment in the quickest manner possible. We track every single patient, sending the doctors information before they even walk in the room. We have dedicated X-ray and CT equipment in our emergency department. We don't have to waste any time running all over the hospital. We know that minutes count in an emergency, and you can count on ER Plus at Mineral Area Regional Medical Center.
Now, here's your Storm Tracker 18 weather forecast with Chief Weathercaster Dustin Kopp.
And welcome back. Let's take a look at those weather headlines for southeast Missouri. Sunshine and warm air continue for one more day here in the area. And then cooler air for Saturday with showers and thunderstorms, and another round of those showers on Monday. Currently here in southeast Missouri, temperatures are in the upper 50s to lower 60s. 58 right now in Festus, 59 in Potosi, 60 in Ironton, Piedmont and Van Buren 61, as well as in Ellington, and 60 right now in Poplar Bluff. We have partly cloudy sky out there right now, and it's 58 degrees, and that's what it feels like out there. Current dew point 40 with 49% humidity and a southwest wind right now 3 miles per hour. Not too bad out there as we speak. For tomorrow, plenty of sunshine throughout southeast Missouri. This warm front is kind of stationed over our area, well, to the west of us, I should say. And that's actually going to bring us a little bit of cooler air as this front starts pushing down into our area, giving us chances of showers and thunderstorms for your Saturday, plus much cooler air. And I'll show you that in the 7-day forecast. 39 for your overnight low, partly cloudy sky. 32 in Festus, though. 35 in St. Genevieve, Fredericktown, 35. Off to our west, 39 in Ellington, Van Buren, 38, and 42 in Poplar Bluff. Then for tomorrow, 60 degrees for your daytime high. Plenty of sunshine, though, light to variable winds. 56 in Festus, 57 in St. Genevieve. Over in Ellington, 63, 66 in Van Buren, 65 in Poplar Bluff. The next several days are looking like this throughout southeast Missouri. On your Saturday, showers and thunderstorms much cooler, 55, 55 and sunny on Sunday. Monday, showers back in the area, high of 52, 62 both Tuesday and Wednesday with sunshine in the area. And then on Thursday, high of 58. And more sunshine. Now look at our weekend forecast. Showers and thunderstorms likely on Saturday, high of 55, low of 33, 55 and partly sunny on Sunday with a low of 40. That's check of your Storm Tracker weather forecast. More details located at kdkz18.com. Just click on the weather tab.
Well, coming up in today's 2-minute tour of Missouri, the Missourians travel east to help with recovery efforts. A bank president doubles as a security guard, and thieves steal toys meant for needy children. Today's 2-minute tour of Missouri actually starts in New York City, where 80 firefighters and other specialists from Missouri Task Force 1 were sent to assist in rescues and other recovery work. The unit, based in Columbia, is available for quick response to national disasters. They're assigned to the Flushing area of Queens near LaGuardia Airport. Storm surge on the East River, which separates Manhattan from Long Island, swamped parts of the city. They traveled in a caravan of buses and tractors carrying 100,000 pounds of equipment. Doctors, nurses, and structural engineers also are a part of that team. Former presidential hopeful Newt Gingrich says Missouri voters can send a powerful signal to the moneyed Republican establishment by electing Congressman Todd Akin to the U.S. Senate. Gingrich joined Akin for a campaign rally yesterday in Kansas City. Incumbent Democratic Senator Claire McCaskill returned to the campaign trail Wednesday for the first time since the death of her mother on Monday. A Cole County judge refused to grant a new trial for a man convicted of beating and strangling a Columbia Daily Tribune sports editor back in 2001. Ryan Ferguson based his bid for a new trial partly on recanted testimony from 2 key witnesses. But Judge Dan Green said he did not believe the recanted testimony was credible. Ferguson received a 40-year sentence for the killing. A Troy, Missouri bank president did double duty as a security guard this week. Police say around 2:30 on Tuesday afternoon, a masked man walked out of the People's Bank and Trust with about $5,000. But bank president David Thompson has a conceal and carry permit. He followed the man out and then held him at gunpoint until police arrived. And police in a small southwest Missouri town of Lebanon are looking for thieves who broke into a charity and stole Christmas toys meant for needy children. The burglars stole thousands of dollars in toys from the Lebanon Free Store. The store gives away free merchandise every day, but volunteers stash away some special items throughout the year for Christmas gifts. About 200 people come to the store every day for basic necessities, but about 2,000 families often show up for the Christmas toy giveaway. And that's your 2-minute tour of Missouri for today.
I'm Stacy Johnson. Did you know that some big banks are starting to charge just to use a debit card? But that doesn't mean you have to pay. 5 tips to avoid this fee, just ahead on Money Talks News.
Your health is brought to you by Parkland Health Mart Pharmacy. Parkland Health Mart Pharmacy of Deloge. We're caring for you and about you is our business. From taking time to explain your medication, offering a caring touch, to a full line of medical equipment, supplies, and diabetic shoes. We'll help you understand your options and assist you with Medicare drug plan enrollment with a comfortable waiting area, convenient drive-through or free delivery. Caring for our neighbors is our business. Your locally owned Parkland Health Mart Pharmacy just off of Highway 67 at the Deloge exit.
Several of our nation's largest banks recently announced they were going to start charging customers a monthly fee simply to use a debit card. Now, if your bank is one of them, here's some advice from money expert Stacy Johnson.
If there's one piece of plastic in everyone's pocket, it's this, the debit card. But now some banks, especially big ones, are starting to charge monthly just for having one.
But if your bank's among them, you don't have to take that lying down. You don't pay to use plastic. Here are 5 tips to avoid it.
First, ask your bank to waive the fee. If you're a good customer, this could work, but even if you're not, it doesn't hurt to ask. Idea number 2, just go back to cash. Added bonus, it's been proven that people carrying cash spend less than those using plastic.
Idea number 3, ditch the debit. In fact, you can use a credit card and not pay a fee at all. Some people think that's why banks are starting to charge for debits, to push people toward this kind of plastic.
Number 4, another blast from the past, checks. Still no charge for using these. And rounding out the top 5 ways to avoid debit card fees, rather than fight, switch. Plenty of smaller banks and credit unions aren't charging for debit cards. You might also find lower rates on loans and higher rates on savings.
Bottom line, banking is a competitive business. You don't have to put up with bad behavior. Want more ideas to save on all kinds of banking fees? They're waiting for you right here at moneytalksnews.com. I'm Stacy Johnson.
Stacy's got a lot of information and links at his website. To get there, just go to our website, KDKZ18.com, and click on the Money Talks link under the Lifestyles menu. Some of you may have cracked an egg this morning, but did you know you can make a little science to separate the yolk from the white? Jason Lindsay, aka Mr. Science with Hooked on Science, shows us how by using a water bottle.
Hey, it's Jason Lindsay with Hooked on Science. Most of us have done this. We've cracked a raw egg, poured the contents onto a plate, or for that matter, a hot frying pan. My question is this: how do you remove the yellow, the yolk, from the white? You don't have to have a fancy gadget. A lot of people sent me an email asking about this because you watched a video of this exact thing being done and you're wondering about the science. You need a water bottle. Squeeze the water bottle and then get it close to the yolk. Suck it up into the water bottle and then put it into a different plate. Voila. The science? Not a lot of friction between the yolk and the actual bottle. It's really smooth. Therefore, you do not break the membrane of the yolk. You can do this every time. You got to try it. Learn more about the science behind this by going to our website. That's hookedonscience.org.
Go to KDKZ18.com and click on Hooked on Science under the Lifestyles menu for this and other experiments that might get you and your family hooked on science.
And coming up in sports, I'm going to have a look back and a look ahead at the state high school playoffs for football. 2 Cardinals are not expected to need surgery for their arm injuries, and 2 injured Rams players may be returning for next week's game against San Francisco.
Attention, Accutane warning. If you have Crohn's disease, ulcerative colitis, or inflammatory bowel disease, it may have been caused by the acne drug Accutane. Accutane victims have recently been awarded millions of dollars. Do not delay. There are time deadlines to file a claim.
Call the Rely On Group now to be connected with an experienced attorney. There is absolutely no risk on your part. You don't owe us a penny unless we are successful.
Call the Rely On Group at 800-698-3105.
If you have diabetes and you're on Medicare, call now to get the new talking meter. These new meters are more accurate, they're easier to use, and the best news is you don't have to prick your fingers anymore. Arriva makes it simple. They bill Medicare directly. There are no upfront costs, and they deliver your supplies right to your door for free.
For more information, call 1. This is Sports Zone, only on 18 Eyewitness News.
During the regular season, Park Hill Central defeated Fredericktown in a final of 20-14, and on Wednesday night, the 2 teams got a chance to meet again for the state high school playoffs. And in a thriller, the Rebels edged the Black Cats a final of 25-24. Park Hills will face St. Genevieve now for the Class 3 District 1 crown after the Dragons crushed New Badger County Central a final of 35-7. Coverage of the Rebels and the St. Genevieve Dragons starts Monday evening, 6:30 p.m. on our affiliate Froggy 96 and Froggy96online.com. In other playoff rematches from the regular season, Hillsborough got a measure of revenge when they downed North County a final of 34-26 on Wednesday night. Back in September, the Raiders got by the Hawks a final of 26-20. Cardinals general manager John Mozeliak placed a low probability on either left-hander Jaime Garcia or shortstop Rafael Furcal needing off-season surgery to address their respective arm injuries. After receiving multiple opinions on his ailing left shoulder, Garcia has begun a rest and rehab program that's going to address a rotator cuff strain, and the early signs are that he's not going to need to go into the knife. Furcal is expected to begin a throwing program this month and will slowly start to build his arm strength back up so that he won't be limited when he's reporting to camp in February. Wide receiver Danny Amendola will return to the Rams lineup against the San Francisco 49ers on November the 11th. Amendola hasn't played since suffering a separated SC joint, the joint where the collarbone meets the breastbone, back on October the 4th. Entering that game, he was ranked 2nd in the NFL in receptions and 8th in reception yards. Roger Saffold hasn't set a return date, but For the third-year tackle took a big step on the right direction Wednesday after he participated for the first time in practice after suffering a left knee injury in Week 2 against Washington. That's Today in Sports. Fred and Dustin, it's back to you.
And let's take a quick check of that forecast. Once again, we're going to see more sunshine tomorrow, high around 60 degrees. I've backed that temperature on Saturday down quite a bit. Looks like we're going to get a colder air push into southeast Missouri on Saturday with those thunderstorms. 55 degrees, 55 and sunny on Sunday, though. Then return of rain on Monday, high of 52. Then back in the 60s for your day on Tuesday and Wednesday. Partly sunny, 62 for both days. And then back in the 50s for Thursday, but sunny skies. That does it for 18 Eyewitness News this evening. Newswatch is next. We'll see you tonight right back here on 18 Eyewitness News at 10 o'clock.
Do you see news happening in your neighborhood? Email us at news@kdkz.tv.
Here's what's coming up tonight on KDKZ 18.